101.3MixxFM News for Carey covers for tarps of all shapes and sizes. Made to fit for trucks, grouper bins, trailers, boats and bunkers. Part of the Ace Radio Network, 94.5, 98.5 and 101.3MixxFM.
Degrees in Melbourne, windy and cloudy. At top today, 21, 9 o'clock. Good morning. I'm David Armstrong. Two 16-year-olds will face a children's court charged with murder over the death of Doncaster doctor Ash Gordon. The boys from Dandenong and Travancore were arrested late yesterday. The charges follow a confrontation after an alleged home invasion at Dr. Gordon's Sargent Street home early on Saturday morning. In a statement, police say this arrest will not take away the tragedy of this dreadful situation, but we hope that it will alleviate some of the distress. Well, too much red meat for women and not enough whole grains for men are some of the biggest diet-related contributors to heart disease in Australia. That's according to new research. Here's Gail Watson.
Cardiovascular disease-related deaths have decreased since the peak of 33,000 back in 1968 to just over 18,000 in 2017. However, it remains a leading contributor to poor health and rising healthcare expenditure. The study in the journal PLOS ONE from the team at Deakin University says different dietary choices continue to impact risk differently depending on gender. They say the smallest dietary contributor to heart disease was high salt diet for women and diets high in processed meats for men. However, a diet high in red meat for women and low in whole grains for men were the two leading gender-related dietary risk factors in Australia. In Melbourne, Gail Watson, 9 News.
The Hamilton Highway remains closed after a truck rollover at Stonehaven. A truck left the roadway and rolled about 1 this morning. The driver wasn't injured. Police asking witnesses to contact Crime Stoppers. It's been revealed a teenager charged for allegedly pushing an elderly man off a pier this week was out on bail for an earlier assault. The teen had been bailed last year for allegedly bashing a woman at Hastings. The number of Victorian kids diagnosed with short-sightedness is skyrocketing. Experts warn if it goes unchecked, it can significantly impact school performance. Paediatric optometrist Zinab Thaki says with screen use and time spent learning on laptops, the biggest contributor to the issue, it's important to rest your eyes.
They should be having a break at least every 20 minutes, and during that break they should be relaxing their eyes by looking at a distant object, and that should be for at least 20 seconds. We know that spending at least 2 hours of outdoor time can delay and prevent the development of myopia.
Redcliffs in regional Victoria is fast becoming a town with no cash. 16 kilometres south of Mildura, it's regularly running out of cash due to its few ATMs running dry. Councillor Jason Modica says banks have turned their back on the town.
Which really puts a local representative off, because it's like, aren't we here to serve the people? Aren't we here to have a little bit of a equitable access to money, to transport, to housing, or any of the things that used to be a little bit more run for the outcome of the citizen, not the person who owned the company or the people who own the company?
Well, the first of the new era of mobile phones has been unveiled, powered by artificial intelligence. Samsung's new range features AI-driven real-time translation tools for all voice calls and texts, and tools which can transcribe conversations, translate them, and then summarize them.
Sport for Horsham Bearings, Starlet Street, the district's largest range of industrial supplies.
2 Australians have lost to seeded players at the Australian Open overnight. Jordan Tunbridge has more.
Another scare for Novak Djokovic at the Australian Open, this time in the second round. The world number 1 dropping a set for the second match in a row at Melbourne Park. He beat emerging Australian Alexei Popyrin, who let slip 3 set points in the third set. Jordan Thompson also put up a fight as he fell to 7th seed Stefanos Tsitsipas in 4. A few lapses for Tsitsipas, last year's runner-up, making many forehand errors throughout the match. 3 Australians on court today: Max Purcell, Thanasi Kokkinakis and Isla Tomljanovic. They'll attempt to join Alex de Minaur and Storm Hunter in the third round. Jordan Tunbridge, 9 News.
9:05, and that's the latest news and sport.
Treat yourself to Jack's Cafe's new salted caramel iced coffee. Made with rich, velvety smooth barista coffee, indulgent whipped cream and salted caramel crunch. Part of the iced drinks range, only at Hungry Jack's.
Mattresses galore. For 3 days only, unlock unbeatable savings on luxury Serenity mattresses and bases. King-size pocket spring mattresses starting from $150. Genuine liquidation sale located at the old Barbecues Galore building, Darlot Street, Horsham, this Friday to Sunday.
Welcome to your life. Help me make the most of freedom and of pleasure. Everybody wants to rule the world. Everybody wants to rule the world.
Mix FM local news for Drift 83. Water skis, kneeboards, wakeboards and life vests. Think Drift 83, your water sports specialist.
Good morning, it's Emma Clarke with your local news headlines. 4 Wimmera tennis players are among 500 ball kids at the Australian Open this year. Harry Allen, Charlie Peach, Adele Joseph and Daniela Gillespie are part of the 15-day Grand Slam tournament in Melbourne, which kicked off on Sunday. And Horsham paramedic Amy Brown and Harry and Nick Wilson made it onto Channel 7's Sunrise program this morning, with the program getting wind of Harry's quick response to his father Nick suffering a medical episode before Christmas. The trio appeared just before 8 a.m, with all 3 doing themselves proud. Checking your forecast, partly cloudy with westerly winds today, the fire danger high 26 tomorrow, partly cloudy with winds southwesterly. Saturday, partly cloudy, light winds 33, and for Sunday, sunny, light winds, a top of 32. 25 the top for Horsham today, 23 for Stawell, 21 for Ararat.
The Aussie Angus Deluxe is back at Macca's.
It's currently 15 degrees.